welcome my fab fans to Glam's new video. I'm going to be doing origami. I do have a book for it, but I know how to make a few origamis from my head. So I'm going to show you a paper crane. It is a traditional origami. I'm going to do that one first, and then I'm going to do the samurai helmet. Because I can. I'm going to start with red, because it's bright and easy to see usually. Though I should probably start with like a darker color, because my desk is a color. Both sides of this sheet might be the same color. I don't think this sheet is a square. It's not a perfect square. I can't use this paper. Well, I guess I'm using black. Okay, so you line up the edges. First step, triangles fold. Making a crane here. Gotta make it interesting. I also recommend using either something like with a tough edge, like a box or something, some scissors, or if you have nails, use your nails to just scratch down the edge, so that the line is more pronounced and easy to see. Do it the other way because we're trying to make an X. Something I like to recommend, though, is to fold it along both axes on both sides, because it makes the edges slightly cleaner. You don't have to fold both ways. I just recommend it usually. But I will say, if you want a specific color to face upwards, the area that needs to be folded inwards is technically the triangle area. So make sure you see the white when you're folding, if you're trying to get the color black for the character, or whatever color you're using. You can use anything. It doesn't matter if you're using double-sided paper, like it's colored on both sides. This one happens to be colored on only one side. And now we have to make the plus sign with our fold lines. So it will be like a times and then a plus along our paper. And now this one, every single time I teach this step, people get very confused unless I show it over and over again. So I'm going to go very slowly. I pinch the triangles. I push it in. You see how it's fully capable of turning flat? And that is your base for most birds. I'm going to fold this in here, this in here, I'm gonna flip it, do the same thing. A lot of symmetry. Okay, then you fold that down along the lines. Fold this down along the lines. The reason I tend to do multiple different origamis in the same video is because it doesn't take very long to do them. They're very simple for me. Something I wish I knew how to do, though, is timestamp in, like, the description. But I'm not aware of how to do that yet, so... Now, instead of just fold, and bring it up like in the Flappy Bird, instead I'm folding it this way first, so it looks like little. Then I fold it inwards to the center. They're very sharp. And then you flip it all the way up. I usually decide what side to make the head on based on which side looks the most fucked up. Which one is the uglier side is usually the one I make the head. Because I want the tail to look nice and sharp and pointy. The face folds usually hide the fucked upness of the face. Okay, fold up again. Now you fold it in this way, and you bring it down. And you bring it down. And then you fold the wings down. Now, something people tend to do with these is they put them on a string and hang them. And if you make 1,000 paper cranes, you get a wish. Isn't that a lovely little story? For the samurai helmet, I'm gonna use gray. It says to start on the white side, then fold in half. Then it says to fold the corners down to the center. Also, I will say, they do sell origami paper at Walmart, at the library, and most origami books come with origami paper in the back of them. And it tells me to bring this up. It says fold flaps up. Descriptive language. Now it wants me to fold it in a diagonal. And it says fold this. And then like this. Ooh, stay in the center. Okay, and then you have to open it and shove this piece inside the helmet. Now I got a mini samurai hat. Now I'm gonna build a person to wear the hat. Yakko-san. Yakko-san is very old, very well known traditional origami form. It originates from the era of the samurai. Yakko-san comes from the word yatsuko, meaning servant. Yakko-san was the man carrying the baggage for his master in contemporary Japanese society. Yakko-san has come to mean young man. Now you have to fold and unfold both diagonals. I hope you know I could technically read the description of all of them, but some of them are not that interesting. Okay. And now it says to fold all of the corners to the center. Okay. And now it wants me to turn it over and fold everything to the center again. Okay. Oh my goodness, it wants me to fold it in again? This is a lot of folding. Okay, and now all of the limbs I get to fold outwards. And yes, I did choose flesh colored. Yakko-san is a naked man. I'm proud with my color choice. Last time I did it brown. But now, you can wear the samurai hat. It's a little big. Ooh, the next one is a fishy. I'm gonna do it orange. Wait, no. This orange. Le Poison Steve. Le Poison Steve. He has legs. He has arms. Poison Steve. The fish Steve. He's gonna be named Steve. There's a lot of Steves. Why is that like just a default, apparently? I like how I just go into it. I didn't even explain what I was doing. Start with white side up, fold and unfold diagonal, fold both sides to the middle. And now we're gonna do a mountain fold. Fold half of it behind. Okay, and now we have to squash fold it. So this edge has to go towards the middle and flatten this to a point. I would recommend using your finger as a guide so that it will be more sharp at the tips. It wants me to fold one side up. And then fold it slightly in half. Okay. And then fold some of the fins back. And then it wants me to fold a little bit up for a tail. Now it's a fish. Yo, lit, I'm making a kimono. Wait, no. I don't have long enough paper for that. Oh, I remember I taught you all how to make a paper cup on one of my streams. I can teach you how to make a swan. I'm gonna make them blue. Start with the white side. Fold diagonal. Then you do the fold to the middle, just like the fish. And then I flip it and I fold it like this. In the directions, it doesn't show you to flip it. It technically just tells you to fold backwards, but it's a lot easier to just flip things. Okay. And I know it tells me to fold it and stuff while it's like not bent, but I kind of like to fold it before. So I kind of fold it back like this. On the instructions, it does not tell you this. It just hopes you do it well. But I do the main folds and then just fold up. And then I can what's the fold called? Pleat and release fold the head form to make a beak. So I just basically fold in and out. He's got such a tiny head. Anyway, I finished a swan. Ooh, the next one's menko. So, menko is a Japanese game that is played by 2 or more players with thick cards. A player's card is placed on a hardwood or concrete floor, then the other player throws down their card trying to flip the other player's card with a gust of wind or by striking their card against the other card. If they succeed, they take both cards. The player who collects the most cards wins. So technically you're supposed to make 2. But I'm going to teach you how to make 1. So that you can make 2. Originally, when I planned an origami class, I actually picked out specific origamis so that everyone could play games in between each origami with each other and have someone collect all the menkos. But nobody wanted to be a part of the origami class, so it ended up getting canceled. Because nobody wants to join or learn a new skill like this, apparently, where I live. Which is a little bit sad. It's a really lovely skill. And it made me so disheartened to find out nobody wanted to find out how to do origami in person. It is a very lovely skill, and it is very fun, and you get so many new games out of it. Now it's making me unfold entirely. This is actually a way to make it so you can fold things into thirds, because it is exactly at the third point mark. Have I ever used this trick to bend things into thirds? No, but technically it is a way to bend things into thirds. It's how to perfectly measure your paper into thirds without math. I usually just eye it, but I didn't realize that they wanted me to just do this. I like how the next step, though, doesn't even, make you do the steps to get it into the thirds, but it wants you to fold it into thirds anyway. Which I find kind of funny. Do you see how I did that perfectly into thirds, though? So now we have 9 individual squares. Ah, fun. There's a lot more folding to do. This one. Unfold. And it just tells me to do this over and over again. On all sides. And that way we have the V shape in between all the sections. Ooh. So it says to do this. says this edge to this edge. I don't exactly know how they want me to do that. It really is just being real complicated, huh? This to there. Didn't know how to explain this part, but I still don't, so you're probably just as lost as I am. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So somehow that's supposed to make sense. I didn't explain shit because I don't know how to explain it. But it says repeat steps 15 on side 2, then 3, then 4. The last side needs to be woven to sit flat. But anyway, I'm gonna unfold it and see if I can explain it slightly better. So I just pinched all the corners, and then I know that this point needs to fold over itself, but to sit flat, but also, yeah. Okay, and then it tells you to flip it. Then you pull this in. And this in. This and stay down. And then this you fold under the first one. I love how I could not explain that, even if I wanted to. I feel like I should make it again, just so I can, like, show y'all again. But I don't know if it will help. I'm gonna make an orange one to go with it. I'm gonna hope I can teach y'all again. Am I cutting off a full step of this? Yes. Why? Because I can. And maybe the lines will be more clear. I followed the instructions in the book once. Okay. So I'm gonna try the same thing I did last time. Where I just kind of pinch all the corners in. Because that seemed to work as like a first step. Okay, so on all of the innie pieces, they're supposed to be folded backwards. And I flip it. Just wants me to keep folding in a square. And now I have two menko. I love how I made the second one so much more fast. You'll probably never understand what I did. I hope you understood that. Wow, now I understand why it was so difficult. I can only flip my own over. Well, anyway, I think this video has been long enough. I taught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different origamis. Peace, love. Have a good night, my Fab fans, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!